tried it out. He's like, this is what it is.
Hey, P-Lo knew me since I was like 14 and shit.
Big P over here, Big P-Lo.
She looked like, man, you got another drink? That's why she looked at me. Okay, bet. Okay, so look, we live right now. So look, I need all y'all to go to my page and share this shit, please. Or do like a watch party or
Pick
something.
your phone up and act like you're doing it.
No, do it. What you mean?
Max.
Everybody, pick your phone up.
Max.
We live right now, yo. Okay, so I see it. See? Y'all see y'all? We live right here. So we live and ready to go. Okay, here we go. Welcome to Breaking the Guy Code. Oh, wait, no, another person. One of these is waters, just to let y'all know. So,
Water with a little pineapple juice.
a
at the
little
bottom.
split ash.
Yeah. a little bit.
Facts. Okay, so check this out. Let me know when we're ready, Mac. I got some super awesome people up here today.
You're good to
All
go.
these different people right here. And we're going to talk about something that's crazy right now, that's super controversial. We're talking about something that's super crazy, that's super controversial, that society has been shaming upon, or that the culture has been shaming upon. Because I'm Edwin Johnson from Breaking the Guy Code, and my job is to break the Guy Code and instill positivity into our community through men. You know, because there's a lot of men that are hurting. There's a lot of men that are going through so many different things. And so, like, my podcast is not meant to give all y'all ladies the secrets, even though I do give y'all the secrets. My book comes out December 21st to let y'all know. It's called Breaking the Guy Code, Ladies Edition. That's a little plug for me. And my name is Edwin Johnson. I'm the founder of Breaking the Guy Code. And I want to thank my guests. And they're going to introduce themselves. And then I'm going to introduce a super dope, amazing artist that's been rocking with me and my students. Because I do, I have a youth program that's impact maybe 15,000 kids in the community. We're going 9 years strong. And I got one of my advocates that's going to come up here and do his thing, Tone Hart. But before we do that, we're going to start from my right. Introduce yourself.
My name is Che Wright, lovingly known as Che Rose, and I am a social entrepreneur here in the community, and amongst being an activist and so many other things.
You do a lot.
I do a lot.
I see you everywhere. I first met you at the Hair Expo last year.
Yes,
Remember
that
that?
was with Chiquita.
Yeah,
That's my chick. Shout outs to Rialto, born and raised. Back home from Dallas after 18 years. I'm back home, and I'm very much so civically engaged. So I'm ambassador to Mayor Robertson in Rialto, and I'm always on the grind for my community. I make sure that, you know, we're getting the resources and we sharing maybe not just the guide code, but we sharing the information so that people can get in where they fit in, especially as it pertains to faces that look like mine.
Ooh, I love that. Okay, that's what's up.
My name is Darrell, aka Hustle Man,
Hustle Man in the building. Stop playing.
aka D-Train. I'm out here from St. Louis, Missouri.
STL.
So any single ladies out there, you can holler at me because I'm leaving.
Oh, he dropping the plug. Hey, this ain't the show to drop the
6
plug, sir. Hold on. Go ahead though. We'll do that later on.
He didn't tell me, like, the whole premise. He
Come
just told me to come
on.
up here.
Breaking the Guy Code. Hey, breaking the Guy
He breaking
Code.
the single code right now. Go ahead, bro. I'm just messing
Yeah,
with you.
I'm from St. Louis. I'm just here to, you know, hanging out with my bro, my sis.
Yeah,
We're having a good time.
there we go.
My name's Kimberly Walker. I'm married to Cameron Walker. And I'm
Husband and
here
wife
just,
up here. Look at that.
Hey.
Look at the milestones we're reaching. We got a husband and wife up here. That's what
I'm
I'm
here
saying.
supporting my spouse, whom I love dearly.
Hey, she gonna share some stuff today too. Right, Callie. Oh, Callie, we got Callie over here. Callie plugs.
Hi, I'm Callie. I'm here visiting my family as well. I'm Kenny and
Where you from?
I'm from Rialto, born and raised.
Woo,
as well.
Woo. Oh,
I'm excited. My
Toes
first
in the
podcast,
building.
so I'm here. I'm excited to see what this is about. But
it's major. It's huge.
here we go.
Yeah. Nice having you.
All right, and on Big Cam. aka
Y'all know
Big
Cam.
Cam.
This is my left hand.
All
right
day
hand
long, you know what I mean? But
Whenever you see me, you see
No,
Cameron.
his
Stop playing.
nickname is El Jefe, which means the boss.
Hey,
you call me on
Chapo,
Hefe, you
too.
call me on Hefe, you call me what you want to call me. We out here, we gonna represent today and break that guy code.
This is my right hand man right here, y'all. Y'all already know. Wherever you see me, you see Cam. You know what I'm saying? He the fixer. You know what I'm saying? I call Cam the fixer. Like, if there's a problem, I'm like, hey, bro, he pull up no matter what. Love this guy right here.
Let's go.
Okay, so
How cute.
Let's go.
so look, today we got a dope cast, y'all, for breaking the guy code, and we're going to be talking a lot about interracial dating and dating within your race. We're going to be talking about a lot of different stuff like that, and then we're going to be talking about other different things as the conversation sparks. Know that we use profanity because I cuss like a motherfucker, just let y'all know. You know, and so, but before we start, I got a dope artist because I always like to, you know, like I always like to empower our city with people that's from our city that are dope, that are amazing. If you ever want to be on my show, hit me up. But without further ado, I want to introduce one of my brothers, my younger brother, not my blood brother, but my brother in the community, who's been impacting several students that are, you know, in the district. You know, like I'm gonna bring him up, and his name is Tone Hart, y'all. Give it up for Tone
Yeah,
Hart.
Big Tone, let's go.
Welcome.
Let's go, Big Tone.
Yes,
They got your
yes,
music
sir.
already ready?
Yes, sir. We gonna get this right, man.
DJ, you ready, DJ? Shouts out to the DJ, man, that's making our sound right. 3 joints. There we go. 3 joints. Tone Hart in the building, y'all. Shouts out to Gwen that's watching. Win with Gwen, man, for real.
Win with Gwen. Gwen
Win
running.
with
She's
Gwen.
running right now.
Amazing
Thank you
woman.
out for Gwen out there.
Tell Gwen to hit me up. Well,
Gwen
if
is
she
Gwen.
watching, Gwen, I've
Gwen
been
is
leaving
watching
you
right now.
messages.
Gwen
okay?
Rogers.
Gwen is watching right now.
Shay Rose is
Let's
expecting
go.
a phone call. You was supposed to be my chick, so
You gotta
return
reach
my
out to
call.
Gwen.
Yes,
Gwen
I
is
did.
amazing.
Hey, go ahead and get her right now.
Gwen with
Right,
Gwen.
since she on.
Win with Mike Gallo, too. Mike Gallo running, too, y'all.
Yeah, Mike, he's coming out. Yeah, Mike.
Gallo running
Shout out
show.
to Mike Gallo right there.
Shouts out to Mike Gallo, who's always in the mix, even on a Sunday night here.
Shout out to,
Mike Gallo.
All right, here we go. Let's get it, Tone. Ice Tony. Shout out to Ice Tony.
Shout out to Ice Tony.
Ice Tony,
Hey, Ice Tony made it around the globe.
Tone Hart, without further ado, let's get it popping.
Yeah.
I gotta remember this song.
No, I need to
She work hard, she trying to have some fun.
turn this music up, please.
She had a face man and now she done. She tell me I'm not for everyone. I hope that you know I'm not the one. Baby, I'm not for everyone. Baby, I'm not for everyone. I wanna have some fun with you. I wanna enjoy my time with you, but I'm not for everyone. No, I'm not for everyone. Oh, I know, baby, you're through, but I help you see it through. I hope that you learn to enjoy your life.
Talk.
Time is not by nobody's side. This life comes with a lot of compromise. But they never know when you sacrifice. Sacrifice my time. I don't need you to be a Valentine. Baby, I got a lot of stuff on my mind. I spend mine and dying this long time. I wanna enjoy your patience and your love, your fragrance. People, they don't care for conversations. I'm just conversating. Get into the bag, baby, no waiting. A lot of my time has been wasted. Every time I'm with you, girl, it's amazing. Wait, beauty in the eye of the beholder. When I need me, girl, you can cry upon my shoulder. I hope that you learn to enjoy your life. Time is not by nobody's side. Oh no, this life comes with a lot of compromise.
Tone Hart, yeah.
But they never know when you sacrifice.
Alright, let's go pray.
Yeah.
Man, I'm ready
Come
to
on,
listen to
sir.
this.
Talk.
I have to get my mind right. I'm sorry, man. You know, they gave me a drink. I told them not to give me a drink. They gave me a drink. And
Talk to him, Florida.
I'm sorry. But let's do this, DJ. We got this. We pray. Father get so pressed. I be dealing with haters, man. I be dealing with haters all the time, man. Real. I be dealing with a lot of haters. And they be mad because I don't be upset that they hate. Oh, man. It's crazy. But let's do it. It's called Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Tell me why they so brave, they mad at me cause I ain't pressed. Cause I'm way too blessed to be stressed. They be praying for the worst, I do my best. Hey, I do my best. Hey, they mad at me cause I ain't pressed. I'm way too blessed to be stressed. They pray for the worst, I do my best. Yeah, I do my best. They mad cause I don't see them as threats. I go to bigger presents, better show respect. I'm in your city for the night, they ain't pressing. Go for his neck if he go for the net, yeah. Leave me on my mind, ain't got time for your mess. Clean up, man, make sure you keep a vest. It get rowdy in the wild, wild west. Try to claim a set, think it better run a check. 2 birds, 1 stone if they need a nest. 808s, I got the bass, heart breaking through your chest. I'm the best in my ways, just like I'm Kanye West. High class brother, sipping really They mad at me cause I ain't pressed. Because I'm way too blessed to be stressed. They be praying for the worst, I do my best. Hey, I do my best. Hey, why they so crazy? They mad at me cause I ain't pressed. Cause I'm way too blessed to be stressed. They pray for the worst, I do my best. I do my best. Hey, I to the city, bad boy on my D. I was really rough, now my pockets really up. Keep that snitching to yourself or we gon' hit 'em up. Get your digits up, it's a new millennium. They not entertain a chick, nor Arsenio. They don't hear me though, like the deaf can't hear me though. Hit it from the back, I guarantee she feel me though. They not give me long, besides she just gave me, hold on. What they do it for the love of Tony. Montana ain't your average Joe with bandanas. Humble in my ways, but I still keep a cannon. Because these wild cards, they mad at me cause I ain't blessed. Because I'm way too blessed to be stressed. They be praying for the worst, I do my best. Hey, I do my best. Hey, I do so they mad at me cause I ain't pressed. Cause I'm way too blessed to be stressed. They pray for the worst, I do my best. Hey, I do my best. Hey, yeah.
Alright, let's grind. Alright, let's grind. We can grind today. Man.
It's better in life to be humble.
I was ready for that. I was ready for that. You see, I was ready.
Hey, this is my favorite song by
Who's gonna ride for me?
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
Who's gonna ride for me?
This shit goes so hard too.
Appreciate it.
Where my guest at? He left.
Watch me fly away. 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 I'll be there right 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 away. I feel like a diamond today, like the sun I'ma shine today. Don't care for their lies today, so I get pride away. I'm living every day, like I'm about to die today. And baby, don't cry today, cry today. Your man gon' cry today. Give you a peace of mind and show you the finer things. Ride or die is fake. Who gon' slide for me? And I'm up every night. I don't sleep my life away. I to the prize I pray. Stay humble for no delays. They all wanna play the game. I'm moving like Golden State. Lord, take the throne. Take the throne today. Wash away my sins. I don't think it's going away. People come and go. No, they ain't gonna stay. Won't keep my mind away. All the smart guys fell astray. I was in that day, woo, praying for a better day. Was thinking ahead of me. Now I'm in a better state. Why you hate on me? I'm on the better things. Watch me fly away. 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 I'll be there right 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 away. say, make it happen right away. Didn't want me yesterday, but you wanna be mine today. You don't say hi to me, quick to run your mouth like right away. I don't do the other side, so pick your side today. I'm cool with everybody, but they not liking me. You better watch the wave, cause I'ma ride the wave. I need to get away, the studio, my hideaway. Even the crossover, no Tim Hardaway. Two gotta pray, just take my pain away. I'm gonna come up during a rainy day. Friendly with everything, but they don't compensate. But I'ma compensate from all their lies and hate. Tony K, I'm great. Now watch me motivate. Inspire the neighborhood and watch it gravitate. They hate on all of us, don't wanna see us elevate. Now watch me fly away. 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 Right away.
I'll be there. Tone hard.
Real, pass that sanitizer.
Hey, y'all give it up for him, man.
Yeah, sanitizer. Give me
Man.
this. Give me it.
Hey, Tone hard. I appreciate you, brother. Hey, it's always an inspiration to me, man, to like hear your music. Look, it's always an inspiration to me, Tone Hart, to hear your music, bro. Hey, Tone, hey, you listening back there, bro?
Come over here vibing. He had a good time.
Listen, bro, it's always an inspiration for me to hear your music, but like not only that, bro, like I mean like in your music there's an inspiration, you know what I'm saying? Like I just seen you rock, you know, like schools, you know what I'm saying, like Us Together, you know what I'm saying, 1,500 students, 2,000 students, you know what I'm saying, where kids were singing your music, bro. So like I love you and like I appreciate you, you know what I'm saying, like, I appreciate your positivity in your music, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I want to thank you for coming out tonight.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
And remember, y'all, this is an audience participation show. So if you have a question, I know my guy right here with the triangle on the shirt got a question. He gonna have a question soon. You know
Yeah, I
what I'm
know all about that Daewoo. And Tone said he was in that
He was in
Daewoo.
that Daewoo,
He was in that
though.
Daewoo.
Okay, so let's get to the point because we ain't got that much time. So
We really don't,
Today we're
though.
talking about interracial dating, and we're talking about dating out your race, dating out your culture, and dating period, because that's what we talk about. You know what I'm saying? So, what's your dating life like? You my right. So,
Yeah.
Well, damn. It's non-existent right now.
Why is that? What's going on with that? You had a post the other day where like you said like you don't want to date African American men, but only African men.
Actually,
What was that about?
Yes, you're right.
What was, yeah, hey, I screenshotted that shit too. You know what I'm saying? So what was that like? What were you feeling? at that
Okay,
moment?
so what I'm saying is, as a black woman, I love my black men, right? And
Thank you.
I tend to stick with dating within my race, and so I've been true to that. And so all I'm saying is, maybe my Prince Charming is wrapped up in a different type of skin tone, because
You said that
let
you
me
only
tell
gonna have
what.
an African man, not
Well,
African
yeah,
American.
African
So,
men
like,
from
Nigerian.
the continent. Yeah, that's what I
So like
said.
Nigerian and
Yes,
shit.
or East African, or West African, you know, like Ghana, besides Nigeria. You know, there's other cultures and other things that I think I should have the opportunity to look at as a black
So what's
woman.
wrong with us, like African American men, that you think honestly? Look, this is the honest show, so you can keep it a stack. And if anybody has a fucking problem, like.
See, you could tell she married. That's why she like, let him have it, boo, let him have it. Like,
So
I'm
look,
going home
and
tonight
if
with
anybody
mine.
has a problem with like what anybody says right here, then holler at me. You know what I'm saying? But,
Oh, they
you
can
know,
holler
it's
at
honest
me.
platform.
Y'all know where I be at.
So
I
like,
mean,
what do you
see.
think like the problem is dating in our culture, African American?
As a successful black woman, y'all don't be having y'all shit together.
What's a successful black woman to you?
What a successful black woman means being comfortable in my own skin, knowing that I have something to bring to the table, knowing that I worked hard financially, spiritually, emotionally, mentally to get to this place where now I want companionship, and I want it at the same level, if not better, because for me it's really important that the man who's in my world, because I was raised by a king, I understand that you're going to have to be able to lead. I don't mind being submissive. I'm a very aggressive woman when it comes to my day-to-day life, when it comes to my work efforts, but I also understand my place. And in understanding my place, I need somebody who I can be comfortable saying, oh, he got it. I gotta be comfortable knowing that I can say, oh, he's not leading me off no cliff. because
So
I
what are we
represent
lacking?
my father in my actions.
I think that we're lacking.
I think that a lot of black men have been coddled. And I think that there's a lot of bitch assness that roams. And let me tell you why. Because before we get deep, I want people to understand why I say bitch in that conversation. It's not as so much as a direct negative term, but it's as a female dog. When a woman gets really upset, we all got that bitch in us. Even the queens, we got the bitch in us. We got that feistiness. We got that spitefulness. We got it in us. And so when you are raised by your mom, as the 80s with the pandemic of drugs in our community, as so many people, black individuals were going to jail because of the war on drugs, things like that, that left black women having to make sure that they were the primary caregivers for our sons. They spent a lot more time with their moms, and I think when they seen the response of when she got angry or when she got emotional, they were exposed too much to that for too long. It's important that a man be present in the household so he understands how to deal with his emotions. And so women, we have a different response because we're naturally emotional creatures. We're going to respond a certain type of way. And I don't think that men, though, should be responding the same type of way that a woman would respond in situations. Because it calls for two different things. I think that men, it is a great balance that you guys typically tend to be more logical.
So
and
men can be
emotional.
emotional, like that's what you're saying?
No, I didn't say that at all. I'm saying y'all tend to respond like women emotionally, not like responding as a man should emotionally. There is a healthy balance between us. It's beyond human beings. You can see it in different species on Mother Earth that interact a certain type of way, and we gotta address that part.
Okay, so listen, like on my last show, like I talked about how a lioness fucks 17 fucking lions. You know what I'm saying? To determine like what's like a masculine man to her, and as far as having babies and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So when we think about like the Pride Land, when we think about the jungle, and then we think about our human lives, I feel like women give birth. Like, for me, what changed my life is seeing babies birth. You know what I'm saying? Like seeing not only like a vaginal birth, but a fucking C-section, where like doctors was in there like ninjas and shit, cutting the stomach. You know what I'm saying? So like seeing that, and like, so I understand that the level of pain or like the level of endurance from a woman is higher than a man's. You know what I'm saying? So like, I feel like you guys can be able to take more, and you guys can bounce back faster. Because if a woman get cheated on, y'all fucking hurt for a minute. But if I get cheated on, I'm dead and broken, damn near suicide. You know what I'm saying? It's facts. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm damn near suicidal. Like, oh, I can't believe she did it to me. You know what I'm saying? But I was the man that portrayed as a, you know, this dominant man. So like, how you're saying that a man shouldn't show this emotion is crazy to me.
That's not what I said.
Yeah, no.
But it's kind of lining up with that because like I can't show weakness to
That's
you.
not what I said.
I
and
can't
that's
show
not lining up with
vulnerability.
that. No, that's not what I said.
But look, as a man, you're saying that we should think different and like do different, but vulnerability has no name.
I don't
Vulnerability
think that it
has
does.
no.
Ladies,
different-
can you help me out?
I was gonna say, as
Y'all
men,
address that to
Fuck
me.
that! Don't try to
Let
get
me
them to
jump
tag
in.
team
Y'all,
and
yeah.
shit.
Can y'all
Please
please
where you
help
got
me
that?
digest, please?
I didn't hear what you're saying coming from her. I heard that she's saying you guys need to grow up. You're not
Okay, why can't y'all grow up?
We already grown. We already, because it's just like you said, we already grown though. We already, because what you missed in my conversation that I was having about the
You
men
missed it.
She
is,
wants someone of equal
Right.
counterpart.
Right.
She's
Right.
acknowledging
So,
that
look.
she's
can we have a
already
man?
grown.
Yeah, thank
Please,
you.
can
Thank
you-
you for calling me that.
Go deep, Train.
Well, but thank you. Thank you. I like a lot of the points that you said. I really do, and I agree with a lot of things you said. I think a lot of people in relationships miss the person in their lane. You know what I'm saying? They really don't see that one. You know what I'm saying? They see the shinier one, and they miss out on the one that's a little rough on the edges still, and they can work together and be something.
I used to go. I'll give you an example. I used to go party with my cousin all the time. But he looked like a Ken doll. His name was Ken. Boy, he was 6'5", looked like a football player. So naturally, the girls gravitated towards him all the time. And some of those women didn't see me, but at the end of the night, my cousin would be like, "Man, all those girls should have been going after you." Because you're the one with the car, you're the one with the house, you're the one with the job, you're the one with the
That's
career.
the choices that women. That's the choices that women make, bro. And that's why they say niggas ain't shit at the end of the day.
That woman.
Because women make those decisions, and like that's a problem for
Niggas
me.
come in every race. Let me be 100,000. Because I have dated outside of my race, but the problem is that I've always dated niggas, and so unfortunately. The niggas,
Whose fault is that? It's not all men's fault.
It's
That's
definitely
your-
my fault.
Exactly.
Primarily the men, after having my experience early with dating outside of my race, I went solely to, I want to stick, if I'm going to date niggas, I'm going to stick with the niggas that I know. Okay? I'm going to be honest. And so then
What's
I
the niggas
stomach
you know?
that. The black men that I know.
The Africans?
No, the black men that I know. The black Americans that I know. The indigenous people here. Let me say that way. And in knowing that now it's been years. Now we're talking about, 20 years of me dating just black men, solely black men. And so to counter what you have to say, I am a successful black woman who does not date men based on the shiny. Matter of fact, my problem, if you ask my mama, is that I always try to find a fixer-upper. That's her problem, because I always try to find the man that I think is rough around the edges, because I'm a nurturer and I feel like it's my place to pour into my man.
Let someone nurture you.
Right. Well,
Come on, talk to her.
Well, man,
I don't
that's
ever
where I
agree with
am
Kim,
right
but I
there.
feel you.
But I just got to this place
Yeah, I hear
of
you.
understanding what role I'm playing in the dating life and not
And
blaming.
that's the problem with
I'm not
women.
blaming.
You guys are trying to control too much of the situation. It has to be an equal balance.
She said that she would give the man the power.
Yeah,
She didn't say that.
no, but look, would, but she hasn't. That's
No,
the problem.
that's not the
because she
case.
hasn't found the
If
she
you
hasn't
ask
found the
my
man.
ex,
No one
my
that has
ex
their
is
shit together
absolutely
for her to
not
be
going
willing to
tell
say,
you
I'm
that.
going to
How old is
trust
she
you.
now?
Exactly.
How old is she?
Do I know her?
How old are you?
So, how old are you?
I'm 38.
And you ain't met a man that had his shit together. That's a problem.
No,
for me.
it's not that.
No?
It's not that I haven't
That's
met
a
a
problem,
man
bro, honestly.
that didn't
With
have
her?
their shit together.
No, it's not.
Callie, I'm still
Bro,
checking
if
on
you
you.
ever met a man that has his shit
You're doing
together,
everything- she's doing
if
everything
you
right.
ever met somebody in 38 years that you possibly
I'm
passed,
35. I'm in the same boat as her. I'm
Bro,
looking for the same thing.
you gotta
But-
fucking
but
fix you
this-
too then.
Hey,
So
look,
this is what I'm saying. Look,
Edwin,
hey,
excuse
I got
me,
issues too.
Edwin.
Okay, so look.
Excuse me, my dear. On the
Okay,
couch.
so look, let me say something.
Edwin, no,
Hold on.
hold on,
Have
no.
the left.
Okay. Listen, I done met amazing women. Stop, hold on. Hey, this is the Edwin show. Stop it. Look, this is breaking the guy code. I'm breaking the guy
You
code.
gonna try to count
Okay,
her
so
when
my
you
check.
found
My
somebody.
check.
I don't think
Listen.
so.
Okay, so after you can tell me what you think, because I done met so many amazing women that I fucked up on. You know what I'm saying? That I fucked up on, but were great women, but I fucked up. So. You can't tell me, bro, in 35 years you ain't met a good fucking woman.
And
What
I
the
didn't
fuck
say
is wrong
that
with you?
either. Let me tell you something about my
What's
ex.
wrong with you, man?
Every single
haven't.
ex that I have been with,
You
I
haven't?
can
You haven't? You really haven't met a good one?
right hand say
You capping, my
that they
nigga.
were good men. They were great men. They just wasn't great men for me.
But did you pass them up?
Yeah, of course. Because
That's what
here's
I'm
the
saying.
thing.
That's the
it's
point I'm
not,
making.
The thing is still about compatibility. And I'm grown. So there's other things in life that comes to factor when it comes to livelihood, when it comes to me and needing the type of companionship that's necessary around my work life.
So what are we
so
looking
many
for then?
different things.
What are you
I'm
looking
for someone who's compatible with me. That's
In
what
the
I'm
same
looking
lane.
for.
So what
That
are
is
you
in the
overlooking?
same
In the same lane.
So
but
what are you
see, you're
overlooking?
automatically assuming that it
You
has to be an
overlooking?
overlooking.
It
And
is
it might not
overlooking.
necessarily
Obviously,
be
you're
that it's
38, you
overlooking.
say you ain't met
no,
nobody.
no, I said that I haven't found anybody that I'm willing now to settle down with. Because when you start thinking about the word of settling down, that means you're looking at a perspective of long-term.
So no one has
consistently
never
being
asked you
with somebody.
to marry them.
No, I've had several men ask me to marry.
Okay, so what was the problem with it?
The problem was that they were good men. They just were not good men.
And
for
that's
me.
the problem for me. Look, so that's the problem for me. This is the problem for me. Look, what are we basing our standards on good people?
On a great father, on a man who was not only my father but my friend, a person who let me in to see
What
what
if he
it
lacks
is
being
that
a
I
friend
deserve.
because he don't know how to be a friend? What are you doing to help him cultivate to like be a friend? Like, look, we're in a generation, guys. Look, we're in a generation that where we don't see helping a person as a thing anymore. We don't see helping a person. Listen, no side talking. Look, we don't see helping people as a thing anymore. If I see a woman that's 70% of what I want, or no, let's say 50% of what I want, 55%, but there's 20% that she lacks. Let me cultivate that 20% to help her get to where I want her to be.
I agree.
So this generation, we're quick to say, fuck that, I'm out.
I disagree.
Why? So many people are single.
What do you disagree? You said you agree and disagree. What are you talking about? You
I
disagree?
agree with the fact that he does. A black man does need to be saying this about wanting to nurture, wanting to cultivate a woman. But I'm saying typically in the dating world right now, it's more women having to cultivate you guys. You guys are playing catch up to us.
Show me the statistics. That's some bullshit.
Okay, let me.
I
can
didn't
go
have a
with.
woman leave me over the weirdest shit in the world
I
recently.
have a question. Let's get back to the interracial dating about that because she said she's wanting to brighten her horizons, not just looking at just African because that's where she was looking prior, but now when you have grown, we're all getting older, and sometimes your perspective changes, right? So I think that it's good to look outside and see what else is out there. Not based
You did it
on
outside your race?
I haven't, but I am where she is.
We're limiting ourselves.
We're limiting because they shouldn't be looking about race. It should be about the person, the character. And
I agree.
And the integrity.
Yes,
I agree.
because
I agree with y'all.
That's why
Okay.
I'm looking differently. Not because I've never seen it. I see people as I see great white men.
You would date a white and or a Mexican man? Would you? Would you date a white or a Mexican man?
If he treated me amazingly, yes, I would.
Okay.
Not because of because he's Mexican or because he's white or because he's Filipino. It's because he treats me right. I think this world is so caught up in the sugar coat.
Yeah, and the glam of it all.
And when at the end of the day, if you're going home to who you chose.
So Shay, look, hey,
And I'm hearing people
who I
talk
highly
about
respect.
They want to choose right now.
I respect her as a queen in the community, black queen that's doing amazing things. Like I met you last year, just like I said. So like, I want everybody to know that like when I stir the pot, like it's just to get people thinking. So look, you would. Everybody know me out here too that I do that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying, so Shay, you had a post that discouraged me a little bit as a fucking black man. If I would pull that shit up on my fucking thing,
So why is it discouraging though?
it's discouraging, and like I'm gonna get to that right now. Like it's discouraging because she said she's no longer dating African American men. She's only dating indigenous African men. You know what I'm saying? When I know so many Nigerians who are fucking scam artists, so I'm like, damn, like, so what are we not doing?
That is so stereotypical of.
No, I know 5 in my phone right now that are running credit card scams right now. It's not stereotypical.
I do not condone what you just said.
And look, I'm gonna keep it a buck because look, this is the Breaking the Guy Code show / the Edwin show. And so I recently dated like a woman that was black and white. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't consider her being black because she's more like connected to her white side.
He loves her.
Yeah, hold on.
Broke the code.
Code, that's the code. That's the point.
That's it.
That's the point. We gotta put that in on the code.
That's it.
It's funny as shit though.
We broke the guy code.
That was some bullshit.
It was bullshit.
Hey, we just want to stir up the pot too.
It was a joke as fuck. That was a stir up in the pot.
Stir it in the pot.
It was a stir in the pot. He's look at no, I don't. Look at shit, goddamn boy. It's a joke shit.
Because look, so
Don't get tight.
keep it a buck. And like,
Goddamn.
just keep it real. And like, I want you black women, you know, because I love my black queens, and I think you mix. Like, you mix,
Keep
right?
saying it.
You know what I'm saying? So look,
She's mixed with gorgeous
Indigenous.
and more gorgeous. You're gorgeous too.
Gorgeous.
You are. You're very beautiful too.
You shooting this shit.
It's okay to give people compliments. It's a compliment.
No, it's all good. Hey, I appreciate that.
And I'm not afraid to tell anybody, you know, no matter who they are, kid, man, old woman, whatever. They look nice. I'm gonna tell you, you look nice today.
Yeah, but
Or you smell nice.
You shooting the shit out.
No,
I'm not
no,
mad.
no.
That's good stuff. But look.
No.
So look,
I ain't being
Okay.
fun and maybe a little flirty or whatever, but you know what I'm saying? I'm being fun though. I'm saying
all these women are
being
beautiful
nice.
women around. He's a handsome guy too.
Oh, thank you.
Look at Cam like, ooh. I mean Cam like, ooh, there she is. So look, so for me for a long time, like a lot of people don't notice about me, but like I stopped dating African American women, black women, for a long ass time, like years. You know what I'm saying? And so for me, because I originally thought, you know what, let me these cultures don't act like this culture don't act like this. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like African American women have an aggressiveness to them. You know what I'm saying?
But why is that? I'm sorry, but when you say aggressiveness, I think that term is used out of context because aggressive is not always a bad thing. It's a direct
Get
thing.
him. We was just.
Yeah,
I haven't even said what I was about to say, but she just jumped
No,
on
I'm
in.
not
glad that
cutting
you
you off. No, not because of that. It's because I hear that all the time.
All the time.
But it's facts though. I mean, if you hear it all the time, there's something that lines up to facts if you hear it all the time.
No, it's not.
It's
I
hot
mean,
in
that is
California.
facts.
There's some.
That
If
doesn't
I
mean
hear
that is
something all the
facts.
time doesn't mean it's fact. I'm
So
saying
let's keep.
That's
I
the
mean, let's
Trump
keep it
way.
100. Like,
I don't think any one of these women was angry about that, so let's
No.
clarify that.
no, but like, I wanted to say what I wanted to say. You know what I'm saying? So like,
saying a lot
I'm not.
right now.
No, but look, I'm not saying. Look.
I'm coming in with because I'm saying we're alive, right?
Yeah.
So I'm
We
just
don't
making
lie.
sure that people know that just because you're perceived as aggressive is not a bad thing. I work in an aggressive industry, which is
Okay.
called
Same.
Yeah, I'm about to say, okay, let me know where you
Okay,
work.
so
No, but
I
that's
just-
different.
no.
Please,
Hey,
please
hey,
don't try to connect it to nothing else.
No. Let me tell you this.
Okay.
Let me tell you this. So when you're saying don't take that word aggressive and use it out of context because it can lead
The whole TV during my show. What's going on?
I'm confused too. What's going on over there? It's
What's going
confusing.
on? Well, that's my guy right there, man. Hey, that guy's really aggressive right there. That's my boy. Though.
He's really
my boy
aggressive.
right there. But go ahead.
Just making sure because I just don't want people to get that.
Listen, when I say aggressive, this is what I mean. Look. Listen. Just like the lioness fucked 17 lions before she figure out who's gonna be her baby daddy.
But it's so much deeper than that.
Yeah.
Okay, so
He don't want to
y'all
call
not
it
gonna
a
let me
baby.
finish
Let
this.
you say
Y'all
it's
not gonna
like
let me
lion.
finish this. Y'all not gonna let me finish. So like, this is what I'm saying. So look, this is what I'm saying. So I'm like, look, I feel like with dating African American women, and this shit is live, and I'm running for city council too, just to let y'all know. So don't judge me on this shit. You know what I'm saying? So look, I want to say dating African American women, sometimes we're held to a standard because there was a black man or a man that was before us that broke you women. So look, he dragged you through the mud. He did you wrong as fuck. So now your next situation, which is a good man, a great man, an amazing man like me, I have to keep up with these standards that you never had in your life. I have to fulfill the spot that you never had in your life because of what you allowed. And so when a good man comes, we are held to these standards. And it's like, yo, I wanted to treat you right from the beginning, but you overlooked me for fucking...
Right, that's the same.
I knew y'all was gonna say that. I knew y'all was gonna say that. I knew y'all was gonna say that.
Can we let Edwin
Why
finish?
is always
Let
that
Edwin
the-
finish on us.
Listen,
Let
why is
Edwin
always that the
not
go-to?
a black woman.
Who are you chasing
That
after?
is
Why is
that
always-
broke
Let
man.
Edwin finish. I want him to finish his
No,
statement.
listen,
Please let Edwin finish.
look. So look,
Let him finish.
it's always, well, who are you looking after? Like, I even catch myself saying, well, you choosing the wrong man. But no, like, I say that to women too. All the time. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a women's advocate. Like, I'm the relationship expert. If y'all don't think otherwise, then fuck you.
I'm
You
the
know what I'm
relationship
saying?
expert.
If you don't think otherwise, then shit, that's what I fucking stand on. So, but look, I'm saying this, it's like, women, look, why is when we get with you guys, there's an immediate expectation, well, if he don't do this, he don't do this, and do this. Look, why can't we come together and fucking love each other? Fuck what? If he don't do this and he don't do, why can't we come together and just love each other?
Because I'm grown. And I got grown shit.
But it hasn't worked for you before. It ain't worked for you in
I'm
38
saying
years.
it
didn't work for you in 38 years, though. That's what I'm
foremost,
saying.
it's because I have not, the thing that you're missing in that, I have not decided that I felt that person.
I'm sure you have
Give me
met a man that
black
broke your
time.
heart that you was like, fuck, I didn't expect it.
I used to say it was a black man. Why couldn't it have been a white man or an Asian man?
Actually, it was.
I never said a black man.
Actually, it was a Persian man. We're gonna be 100,000.
said any race.
I'm just saying. Since she brought it up, it really.
It's gonna be a buck.
It has nothing to
women
do.
and men. If someone did
And
you
you
wrong,
mentioned
you're
the-
gonna say, hey, these are the things that I'm no longer gonna tolerate. These are non-negotiables for me. So whether you want to tolerate that or not tolerate that, regardless of the race, gender, whatever it is, hey, you know what? Maybe I did miss a blind eye to this. But in my new life, in my maturity, I'm establishing as Kimberly Walker, this is a non-negotiable. Take it or leave it.
Amen. Won't he do it?
And you're entitled to the same
Well.
expectations. I'm sure you've been in a relationship.
Listen, my thing is this, look. If Ray from Compton fucking dragged you through the fucking mud last year, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't raise your expectations on me as a man who clearly showed you that I'm not Ray. You know what I'm saying? So now I gotta fucking jump to a higher
somebody
hoop.
out there. He
I ain't
ain't
talking to
talking.
nobody. I'm talking to you,
He
black
talking
women.
to no.
You have a
I'm
question?
talking to black women.
That
Yeah,
was
that's
not
what
You have a
I'm
question?
talking.
But you trying to you talking
I'm talking to
at,
black women.
you talking about black women, and you
I'm talking
got
about
three
It could
black
just be
women,
women,
sitting
though.
here right now
But you're asking
that's
us
telling you
questions.
that's not our
that's
perspective.
my
Yeah, it could
question.
just be women.
I think she has a question, Mike.
I'm not saying that's you.
Are we gonna give this white? Are we gonna give this white woman a
Tanya,
question?
the homie, hey,
Yeah, Tanya, what's up?
Tanya, what's up, Tanya? Give Tanya the mic.
So I'm going to tell you psychologically, and it goes across all races and barriers, those things that you don't like are what attracts you to them. And when you go
Ooh,
back
she
for
talking.
the same thing each time, what you have to do is break that cycle.
Break it.
And look at what it is and how to get away from being attracted to it over
So-
and over again.
So if you dated a fucking inmate last year, stop going for these dudes who have traits of inmates. That's what I'm trying to say.
That's pretty
What
good.
I'm trying to
So why
say-
you guys gonna say traits? That's what we went through last week. Hold on, real quick. We went through that last week.
Traits of an inmate. I didn't say.
I'm sorry, hold up.
Are you single? Why are you single?
What I'm hearing-
You're a beautiful woman. Why are you single? And then don't say it's my choice. Who the fuck broke your heart?
Actually not.
What?
I'm a whole person.
But are you single?
Good
Thank
answer.
I
you.
am
Right, good
single.
answer.
And
Why are you
not
single?
broken.
No, I'm not
I'm
broken.
just
I have
single.
a beautiful
Right.
life. I enjoy my now. I have great families, great uncles, great
Everybody
people
got
I
that, but
work
look,
with.
why don't you have a
No.
man?
The reason why
Do you need
I'm
one?
I'm going to say this, and I'm
man
going to
to
Nigga, you need one, bro. You over here struggling,
Are you
bro.
going to let me talk?
I'm not struggling in any fashion in my life.
Are you gonna let me talk
Yeah.
this time? Seriously.
Go ahead.
Okay. Like I was saying, it's not about life is more than just finding that right person. That
You just
might be
realize
crazy.
this?
No. I've always known this.
Okay.
And I choose to live my life what brings me happiness. A man's not gonna fulfill my happiness.
Right.
So if I'm expecting, like you're saying, when you meet these women, they're expecting you to be whoever.
You
I'm
expect that
not.
too.
No, I don't.
You ain't gonna meet a bum and be like, hey, what's
No,
up?
what I
You're not.
expect-
You
what
have
I
expectations
expect-
too.
I do have expectations, but at the end of the day, if they don't meet them, my job is not to be happy because of them.
Right.
My job to be happy because of myself.
Choices.
But see, that
And you
sounds
might
like some
say that
cliche
because-
stuff to say,
no,
of course.
No.
Find
I let
happiness
you
within
talk,
myself
didn't
is
I?
cliche.
Didn't I
Go
let
ahead.
you talk?
Oh, God, feel me
Cameron,
right
can you
now.
speak?
Okay. What I'm saying
Bring
is,
Cameron into this, Cam. What the hell?
you have 3 black women on this podcast, and what I'm hearing is, she is a working person. She is a working person, and so am I.
Yeah.
So when you're talking about these women that you're saying you were done supposedly with black women, that's your choice, and everybody has a right
That was
to
a
do
while
what they
ago.
want to do, and that's cool.
That was
But
a
when
while ago. Now
you
he's
take
dating
it
mixed
out of
people.
context,
Now back to
don't
that.
say that.
He dates black and white.
Excuse me.
Hey, no side conversations. Let her finish, please.
Yes, thank you. But when
This the Elwin show, nigga. What you talking about?
But listen, honestly, you definitely have to listen.
Listen to you,
You're
Queen.
not listening.
I am.
Okay, so
And you
now that
mix
you're
too.
listening,
Go ahead.
what I'm telling you is that it's important not just to take something and run with it. People take things out of context all the time. And what I'm hearing is people want realness and they want a grown ass man.
So what's your
And it's
issue?
like,
on why you don't have
She
like a
have to
grown.
have an issue.
Because there's always an issue.
It doesn't issue.
What's your issue? No, how come you don't have no man, Cleary?
So
No, hold on.
there's no
No. Cleary, what's the
It's hard
issue?
to believe
No,
she just said
hold
she's
on.
gonna make a choice.
There is an issue, Cleary. How come you don't have a man?
But
How
her
come you
issue may
don't?
not have to be with
We
men.
Hold on, let's
As
get deeper
humans,
into
we
it. Is there an issue, Cleary? How come you don't have a
We
man?
lack
Hold on.
as humans.
Well, how
Because
come
I can tell you my issue right now. So what you
What's
mean
your
there's no
issue?
issue, Kim? I can tell you my issue right now. So
I mean,
so
what is
there's
it?
always a
You
lack.
sound
What are you
real
talking about?
Sound like you got real
Who the
hurt.
fuck talking
But
about my
who
check,
said
check.
that there's always a lack though? Where'd you get
Edwin
this lack from?
on the Edwin show.
Listen, there's always breaking the guy code. Holla at your boy, breaking the guy code. How we do it? But look, hey, no, but look, listen. If we don't look inward and we say we don't have an issue, you're a fucking weirdo.
I didn't say we
Everybody
didn't
has
have
an issue.
No.
No, what I was saying is that there's
Everybody
not always
has an
an
issue.
Edwin, I agree with you. I never said
Is the
that
issue
that's
gonna? Is the issue have to do with the relationship, or just you have a real personal
As a
issue that you're working through?
Thank you, Kim.
Look,
Those are
I
different
posted a
things.
post today. Look, hey, I posted a post today, maybe like 500 comments. And I said, look, without blaming your ex, look at my shit. I said, look, without blaming your ex, what would you have done different? And that forced people to look inwardly. We don't look inwardly as people.
But that's not true. I'm a woman who starts
Yeah.
with self. If you ask anybody who's
Where does your
close to me,
self come from,
the
though?
first thing that they are going to tell
But
you
look,
is
where
that
do your
when
self
it's-
come from,
What are you
though?
talking about? What does
So
that
look,
even mean? In
Is your
English?
self
What?
listen?
From
Is-
God?
Look,
From
does
my
your
mom
self
and dad?
does your self come from okay, so look, I'm gonna tell you about this post. So look, I had made a post and I said, well, what would you know what I'm saying, like whatever I just said. So like I'm saying
And I
like,
responded to your post.
so look, and I said, so look, looking inwardly without blaming your ex, what do you need to work on? What do you need to work on as a person? So the problem with America today is like we don't look inwardly at what we need to fucking fix in our own life. Whether it's therapy,
There's
whether
levels to
it's
this.
healing,
And I think you're
whether-
just on. I think there's levels to this. I think you're just on a different level. Because there's another level above what you're talking about. And some
I'm
of us
talking
right
about
here
a
at this
level.
table
I'm talking about
are
a
on
level.
that level.
Listen,
We're
I'm
on
talking
that
about a
level.
level as looking inwardly.
We do
A
self-reflect.
fucking
We
level-
do self-reflect every day.
But see, look,
every
what
night.
is our level of
Every
self-reflection?
I think what Edwin is saying is that the majority, Edwin's speaking in a vast, as a society, people do not look inwardly.
They don't.
What you're saying, Darrell, everyone on this stage, we do. So
Yeah.
therefore we're looking at like, wait, what are you talking about? We do that. But everyone's speaking broadly that as a society that we don't do that. And I do
Even
agree with that.
broadly, but even broadly, I think the biggest problem that our society has is that they put everybody into a box. That they are not considerate that other people are entitled to feel a certain way, are entitled to think a certain way,
Or
are
if you're
entitled
single,
a certain
then
way
there's something
to
wrong with
be
you.
a certain type of way.
There is something wrong with you if you're
and
single.
that's
You
the
ain't
whole
gonna be single after
issue.
tonight.
Yeah, what's wrong
It's
with you?
because
Single after
it's because
tonight,
you
Kelly.
feel
Hey,
like
we
she
gonna talk
can't be
outside
a
after.
she can't be a whole person, or she can't be a happy woman unless she has someone with her, and that doesn't have to be. There
Thank
are
you.
lots of single women I
And
know
men.
who are loving being single, doing their thug thizzle, and
They're
don't
not
have no
fucking loving
plans
it.
on wanting to get married.
Don't
I
have to fool you.
myself, honestly, even in my dating world, I want to date because I want to have some babies. And right now, I'm pushing 40, and I ain't trying to be
You look
40
good for
plus
40. You fine as hell,
and
by the
popping
way.
out babies.
Let you know.
So when I'm dating, I had to have this conversation with my mom. I'm not dating to find a husband. I'm dating to see if I can find a life partner that I can raise children with.
Yeah. There you
Because
go.
I came from
That's how
a
it should be.
divorced family, and my mother and my father, no one even knew they were divorced because they knew how to co-parent. They showed me what that looked like.
That's
They
right.
made sure that anything that it had to do with us, that they were cool on. And still today, my mama will be at my daddy's house, my daddy will be at my mama's house, and it's all copacetic. So for me, I'm looking for something like that. I'm looking for that type of long-term companionship where even if me and you are not able to get along in a relationship, even if we decide we got to go our own
Co-parent.
separate ways, we can still
Be
be
good,
copacetic enough to raise our kids together.
So you're looking for a
Listen,
man or a
hold on, wait a
co-parent?
minute. Hey, look.
I'm
so-
looking
so-
for a co-parent. That's
So look,
where
I just
am
wrote a
right
chapter in my
now.
book last night. Breaking the Guy Code drops December 21st. You know what I'm saying? Just to let y'all know. So like I had
December
wrote about that,
21st.
and like I
Second
had
book.
talked about,
You're so
and
good,
like,
babe.
and so like I, you know, you're right because I talked about the different cultures, like the different generations. You know what I'm saying? And so what I wrote last night, I said, look, we don't look at relationships as they did, you know, in our times. You know what I'm saying? Or before our times, because we're not sticking to nothing anymore. You know what I'm saying? So because there's so many options, there's so many visuals, there's so many people, men, blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? So we're quick to run from stuff that we don't see fit. You know what I'm saying? And so I want to take it back to what you was talking about. It's like, look, let's go back to a culture where we really love each other unconditionally. We're not doing that these days.
Why do you think that is?
Because of social media and shit that we
Because
see.
we're not
So you're
considerate.
thinking that
Because there's probably-
social media is a platform, but
Major
the
platform.
person is behind typing in that.
Right, there's
So what
still,
is that?
you
Yeah,
still can't
it's-
blame it on the
Because,
platform.
look,
The
listen.
platform just allows for them to already showcase who they want to be or who they are.
Listen,
That's
if you're a
it.
woman sitting on the sink with some booty shorts on talking about, I just love Jesus, I'm going to look at that shit. You know
And
what I'm
she
saying?
might
I'm
just
just
looking at
love
that booty.
Jesus.
Right,
No
look at
shorts.
her.
And it might
I'ma
be
look
a
at that
hot
shit.
young
You know what I'm
woman
saying? I'm
where
just
her
like,
booty needs to
hey.
air out, maybe.
So I'm about to get
Damn, she aired it. Well, yeah, well, air that shit out the house. I'm airing it out from everybody else.
Because everybody got labeled.
Shoot, you
And
aired it
that's
out, we all
going back to
looking.
the interracial part.
Yeah, it went-
So how do we
Everybody
get
has-
back to that, Shay?
Because,
How do we get
because
back
for
to that?
me, it's not about like
In a relationship,
this
how do we
young
get back to
lady,
that?
She just came up here and she said, you know, you're going to be looking for the same thing in dudes, and it's going to be the same thing across the board. And what I wanted to respond to her is say the only thing that's common in the men that I have dated is that they've been one race. I date young, I date old,
How young?
I date broke,
How old are you?
I date rich.
Yeah, how young?
I
We trying to
date-
figure it out.
I
Don't
date
be
those who got
How
their
young
shit
though?
together,
How
those
young are
who
you?
don't.
Yeah, we do want to know.
Why does
How young? Yeah,
How
we
young
want to know.
you
How
be?
young you be
We're gonna say
dating?
just for my
Just
people that's
wanna know.
21?
No, I'm saying
21, 18, 19?
The
20,
youngest that
21?
I'll go is actually 40.
21?
Youngest is 40. You're 38. You're talking about you young, old.
What are you talking about?
I'm saying where I am at right now. Let me
Then
say
what is
that
old
right
to you?
now.
I'm a
85?
40-year-old.
No, I'm
ain't
saying
shit.
I'm gonna date
Relevant.
my last my
You could be
recent ex,
36-year-old
he
and
gonna
still
be at
act like a little
least
20-year-old. Age is
The
irrelevant.
50-year-olds is acting like 20-year-olds right now. I'm saying
Right.
all I'm saying is that I date a variety of things, and when I had to take a self-evaluation and start thinking, what is the common factor in my dating pool? I started saying, oh, I'm
I
limiting
don't qualify
myself
for you 'cause
to
I'm 37,
dating
or-
only black men. But
cool.
I got white men who holler at me. I got Mexicans who holler at me, and I have this allegiance to my brothers
Right.
that says,
Cut
no,
that allegiance.
I can't date y'all
the
because they
allegiance.
gonna look at me some type of way,
Who
and they
cares?
gonna judge me some type
Yeah,
of
people
way.
look at you, look at her with
But
that white man.
y'all do it all the time,
Right.
with
Ooh.
no recourse. And you know
Listen.
the thing that makes me the maddest.
What do we do all the
Let me
time?
say this.
What
Let
do
me
we do
say
all the
this.
time? Tell me what we
thing
do all
that
the time.
makes me the
I didn't
maddest
hear that.
about
What do we
black
do all
men
the time? I
is
didn't hear that 'cause I was
y'all
jumping in.
date out of y'all race whenever
I sure
y'all
do
so
date
fit,
out of my
and
race.
every single time y'all
I do date out of my race.
Y'all date out of your race and then blame it on black women as to why you have a choice. I'm not blaming necessarily.
Can I tell you why I date out my race?
Why I'm dating
I think
outside
the
my
same
race on
reason
black
why
men.
black
Y'all want to
women
know
date
why
out
I
the
date
race.
on my race? We
I
got
think
9
the
Why
same
you date
reason-
out your race?
Same
Okay, so
reason
look.
why black women did out the race.
Look, the reason why I date on my race is because
The box? Just the box?
All right, look, two things real quick.
You're down. You're down.
Two things real quick.
Thank you, man.
Red Fox
Tag team.
It was,
Red Fox said, people will ask him, why'd you date out of your race? Why'd you marry out of your race? He said, what? I married somebody in the human race. What
It's
race you talking
human,
about?
bro. What you talking about?
I'm talking about dating out of race, man. You must not heard
Yeah.
what I said.
No, he said what you talking about, he agreed.
I'm agreeing with you, bro. What you
Okay.
mean?
Now, the second thing, the common word that I'm feeling right now is maturity. Levels of maturity. And that's why,
So it's not really a racial thing.
no.
Well, it was for her. She was dating her brothers at first, and now she said, okay, I'm done with that.
She did
Let
the
me
key
move on.
one.
I never
But she
said
opened-
that I
she
was
opened
just
the
done
doors.
with that. All I'm saying is that I'm not limiting myself
Open the
to
door.
only dating black men.
Who limits themselves to only dating
like,
black
I should
men?
be.
So who
Who
limits
limits
only
us
date
on
black men?
Honestly, I haven't really thought about it until I would say the last 2 years, and it wasn't that I had thought of not dating outside race. It's just the opportunity never arrived. I would say.
For another culture to come in.
Yeah, I just, I maneuver through life with all types of people, all different races. I grew up in San Diego, here, everywhere, so to me, diversity is important. So for me, if I see someone that I'm going to talk to, I don't just say, oh, no, they're Mexican.
So you gonna date a Ken or
But for me, to me, now, do I prefer black? Yes. I do, and that's because I I grew up with my father, all my uncles, but I also my family's a lot of mixtures, a lot of Filipinos, Vietnamese, Mexicans, Latinos, and to me, it just breaks not my heart, but just to see everybody such at odds with something so small when it's a human thing.
Right.
It's about love.
Human race.
You know, so I don't get why it's the animosity and
Right.
why can't you date differently if you choose to wake up one day and say, maybe I want to explore something else. This is not working for me, and that's okay. Everybody has a choice.
Right. Never limit yourself.
No, that's what she's saying. Don't limit.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to live in a box.
No, I feel it, and it's like, I mean, so for me, when I started dating on my race was because I wanted to experience something different. You know what I'm saying? I dealt with a lot of different black women
Was
who
it
were
a
very.
conscious decision? Like, hey, at this moment in time, I'm done with black women. I want to.
It was a conscious decision. I was like,
What brought that up?
at the
though?
time, I was like, man, I'm not fucking with black chicks.
What brought that
I'm
on?
keeping it a buck.
What
Always
triggered
how
that?
it ends up
I
happening. I don't wanna
mean,
do
for
that.
me, it was just
Women,
like,
they
you know
got
what,
too
like,
much
because I never
attitude.
dated.
They
Yeah.
too aggressive.
There you go.
Hold up.
You know what I'm saying? Because look,
I
hey,
wanna hear it.
hey, look, because
I be
me,
like, wham,
I'm a-
wham,
look.
crybabies. Get tough. That's why I tell them about us
Okay.
aggressive black women.
Okay, so that's.
Hey, wait, I
Get
do
tough.
want to hear.
Listen, I'm a fucking
Yeah,
boss.
I like a
I'm
nice
a beast.
smile.
Hold
I
on,
like
look,
nice
hey,
shit.
Don't be
hey,
so sensitive.
I'm a
I like a
boss.
nice smile and shit.
I'm a boss. I'm a beast. I'm aggressive, and like I don't need me and my woman to be fighting and shit. Bumping
They
head to
don't.
head.
That's
You know what I'm saying?
another
Because
level
I
of
set the
maturity.
standard.
Right.
So
That's a
nobody
level
else
of
fights.
maturity.
So
Okay,
because
but
of
look,
aggressive-
that depends on the culture. You know what I'm saying? So like that depends on the culture. But look, I'm not proving because look,
I never met no
because,
women
look,
like that. So
I
I don't
felt
know.
like I had to prove myself to a black woman. Like I don't want to prove myself. Like I don't want to prove
Why do
who
you
I
keep
am to
saying
you.
that you have to prove yourself to a black
Because
I
woman?
think
it's
that's
like-
any
So
woman
you don't have
though,
to prove yourself
Edwin.
to
No, it's
another
not
race
any woman
woman?
because look.
So they're just gonna accept
We
you.
don't look. We don't think optimistically. Look, we don't think optimistically because of culturally like what we've been through. So it's like, well, you know what I'm saying? Well, if you like it, like what the fuck is her name? She said like, if you like it or if you want to claim me, then I need a ring on his finger.
Beyonce.
Like what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like why can't I get to know you first?
Well, I think
before
that's
I
what
claim you?
that comes
She was
with
talking
it.
about liking the box though. If you like it, you should put a ring
No,
on
I'm
it.
not talking about the box. I mean, the fucking box is always good, my nigga. I'm saying that shit. But
That's
look,
what she was talking about.
no, but look, I'm saying, look, why if I like it, I have to put a ring on it? Why can't I go through the process? Like, why is my expectations up here when fucking Ray dragged you through the mud last
You're
year?
dating for
Fuck
play
that.
play.
No, I don't think they're in
Treat me
that.
like you treated Ray, nigga. Fuck
Honestly,
that shit.
Edwin, on camera's
Come
the
on, bro.
first.
Hey, I gotta bring my guy. Come on.
You got something to say?
Hey, and look, excuse my guy, because I don't know what he
Can
gonna
I
say, but you know what I'm
escort
saying, but this my
myself
guy.
He got little shorts
Give me
on.
your mic.
Hi, hi.
So you gotta
Pass
do
your
it
mic,
right
babe.
there.
Pass your mic,
Been
Chief.
good.
Be easy on this tonight, bro, because you be easy.
No, I just been sitting back listening to like everybody's like opinion about like love and everything going on, and like the aggressive black woman. You know what I'm saying? I like in the last year, I have learned a lot. No, the last 3 years, a few years, I've learned a lot about women, and I learned a lot about love. And when it comes to I actually heard her say that men need to be more tougher. I want to soften.
Yeah, I don't think that.
I heard that I was outside and I heard that men need to be toughen up. You know what I mean?
I mean,
And,
you are who you are.
But when it comes to like a black woman, no. From what I heard, no. First
Hold on,
of
let's
all-
hear this man.
First, no.
Yeah,
First of all, I don't. It doesn't matter. I love all women. You can be black, fat, skinny, white, Mexican. Doesn't matter what you are. Love is love, and respect is respect. I tell you what, I am the most softest dude in the world when it comes to a woman, and I really developed this like last year. I mean, I'm so soft when it comes to a woman. I mean, every woman to me is a delicate, is a princess, a queen, a delicate flower. You know what I mean? Like I believe that every woman, because I have a daughter. First of all, I believe every woman is a queen. She's a princess. She's something special. She's something nice.
Thanks.
And needs to be treated like a diamond. Needs to be treated like they're worth $1 million. You know what I mean? Every single day, a woman needs to be told how beautiful they are,
Thanks.
how loving they are. They need to be told how much they mean to a person. There's not one minute that I won't tell my girl how much she means to me, or how beautiful she is to me. Every single day, every single minute. Love is a very, very
So do you
delicate.
date out your race, bro?
Of course, I date out my race. I date women. Period. I date loving and respectful women. I tell you what though, I dealt with a girl that was kind of aggressive when it came to situations. Pretty much, either you're gonna find a guy who's just your energy is gonna match their energy. So if you're an aggressive woman, you're gonna come across an aggressive dude. You know what I mean? That's what's end up happening. Then you're gonna be aggressive and aggressive. I mean, as soft as I became when it comes to women, if a girl's hard on me, I'm very nice. I'm like, okay, all right, and I'll slowly fade back. I'll slowly leave her alone. I just can't do it.
Can I interject? I think that's what my brother-in-law was talking about. It's maturity, right?
Maturity. It's growing up. Something just clicked in my head that, like I said,
no age to maturity.
You know what? Like I said, I woke up overnight. I woke up overnight with this.
I hear you.
I woke up overnight with this. I didn't understand women if my life depended on it. But now when I look at a woman, I look in their eyes, I look at them, and I think about poetry, I think about love, I think about everything, I think about respect.
That's cute though.
So something
like that's cute, but
this nigga read poems and shit.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. He over here reading love stories and shit. He over here. Now I want to love them and kiss them, and I want to look at them in their eyeballs and all that shit.
Hey, no, I don't.
Stop all that, bro. Stop.
Watch it. No, I don't. No, watch it, bro. I know, but watch it. Hey, watch it. Let me explain myself.
Wake up. I want to look at you in your face and do all that.
Know what it is, though. No, it is though, bro, because in my life, right, I've been such a fucking sav. I'm talking about when it comes to
we got 2 more minutes, guys, because my boy's showing his love.
Hey, I've been such a sav when it comes to dudes, when it comes to fighting, when it comes to gangbang, when it comes to anything. I'm ready to smash it out. I'm ready to go to jail for the rest of my life. Or
who are you dating right now, bro? That's what I want to know before we get out of here.
I'm working on something. But I tell you what.
Is she black?
What are you doing? You writing her poems and all that?
Is she black, bro? That's what I want to know.
Hey,
that's what we're missing.
Listen,
the race stuff.
Actually, she's Hispanic, but I'll tell you like this.
That's
bro.
what I'm saying.
No.
So I mean,
hold on, let's hear what he's saying.
This is what it is right now. Why is she Hispanic?
It has nothing. It has absolutely nothing to do with no race. It has to do with the woman. A woman. Now it could have been a little ass girl. She ain't no little ass girl. She don't act like a little ass girl. She's a woman. And I tell you what, like I said, I'm so aggressive. I'm such a gorilla and an alligator that when it comes to a woman, I don't.
Stop being a gorilla and an alligator. You gotta be loving, bro.
Hold on, when it comes to what?
No, but when it comes to the woman, that's cut out. I don't need to be tough.
Be loving,
I don't need to act a fool. No, I cook, I clean. I'm very nurturing when it comes to my woman. I leave that's in the streets. When I'm a girl, if you fall.
So why you dating a Latina?
That's all I want to know.
That's all I want to know.
That's just what came across at the time. It could be anything. And I'm not dating her. I'm working on a Latina. But I tell you what though,
I'm confused on what you say. I'm trying to figure out what you.
He's not random. Hey, he's a normal here.
I apologize.
Shay didn't like what I said, but it's all good, Shay. It's all good. No, hey. He's here.
It's okay, man.
No, he's here. Like he's a normie right here. He's a normie.
No, it's okay.
You don't like what I said, but you know it's cool. Like I still respect you, like on a high level. On a high level. Yeah.
No, you.
I appreciate you.
Hold up, so.
But your perspective has
changed. Show is over.
Exactly.
We got 1 more minute left.
About
Go
is
ahead,
that your
Kim.
maturity. You've learned things, and I don't know why my husband's sitting up over here. We've been through things. We could be aggressive.
No, why he's sitting over here?
He's
speaking his mind, Kim. That's what he's doing. Don't worry about what he's doing.
Edwin, this is 12 years of a successful marriage. Where we brought the gorilla and the alligator out of each other. But
successful
again,
marriage based on what?
Something.
The longevity or what? Or the experience?
Let me make this clear. Not based on your perspective. So
no, I said, look, is it the longevity or the experience? Like, what makes it successful? That's what I'm asking.
Both. It's not the longevity. You can have 7 years of marriage or 50 years of marriage, and that's trash.
So don't tell him that he don't know what he's talking about.
If I may finish, if I'm permitted to finish, I agree with this gentleman. Based on the 10 minutes he's spoken, you can tell something's changed in his life. Where what my brother-in-law was
in the house
saying,
crying all the time. Nigga's like, I'm trying to cook her breakfast and shit.
You know what?
I'm trying to make sure I do everything for her. That's what that nigga feel like he doing.
The husband spoke, so we gonna end this show.
No, hold on, no, we're not gonna end it right here. Don't leave. Don't leave.
Because the husband spoke, so the wife ain't got something to say. Because the husband has spoken, and that's what matters.
Nah, don't leave.
Hey,
the husband has spoken.
No,
Don't get them kind.
No, hold on, don't leave.
We coming back. Sunday.
Hey, next Sunday he gonna be in the house crying. Cooking dinner and shit.
I love y'all.
Hey,